Welcome back to the Pioneers Sideline. And, time to talk some basketball, our favorite time of the year, and jump right into it. Pioneers men's team off to their start of the season, their first games here over the weekend at the Lord Amherst Can-Am Classic for the Pioneers. First game taking on York University, and this was a good game for the Pioneers to get started off and get those legs moving. And you'll see TJ Hetherington warming up, and then early on as we get going, York going to get off to the fast start as they kick it out. Aaron Rados for three, and York will be up 3-0 to move on. York still all in this first half. Rados dishes off to Tyndale. Well, he puts up a 3, 6-0 early on. York, the Pioneers, going to storm right back with a 9-0 run. TJ Hetherington hits a 3, and TJ just on fire all game long. And you see later in the first half a 23-2 run as they trade runs. Musa Noble Muhammad drains one there. How about some more? There's number 2. We got a third on you? Kick it right outside. Yes, we do. Muhammad, 9 points there in that 23-2 run, but the Pioneers would come back. TJ Hetherington with a great drive for the 2. Pioneers would trail 45-31 at the half as things looks bleak. But then York going to have a rough first half, and you'll see the start of the second half. TJ, a jumper. He's heating up. 2 points for him. The lead down to 12. York going to storm right back with the miss and the good transition here by Point Park. This is what they do. Pass to Jimmy Taylor. He's going to stop up, put up the 3. Good for Point Park as they're on their way back. And you'll see Robbie Hetherington, the other end of Hetherington, getting a little break with the steal and the drive inside over the back layup. Poloff finishes it up. Point Park closing in. And then TJ Hetherington, how does he get through there? Squeezes through all the trees, somehow lays it up there. Pretty play from him. Shot clock winding down to 1. You're going to see TJ Hetherington dish it into Anglin for 2. Pioneers are going to be up by 1 here, and Robbie Hetherington from way downtown range seals it with that 3. They're pumped up. That's the game. Pioneers win 81-75 in their first matchup of the season with York University. Going to jump right in. Kevin Calhoun joining me here at the desk, and you were there. You called the action for us on the MSA Sports Network and WPPJ, and what did you see from this team in their first full game action?
I mean, it was a theme over the weekend. It was a tale of two halves for the Pioneers. I mean, first off, we'd be remiss. TJ Hetherington, unbelievable this weekend, and 33 points there in that first game. But the Pioneers didn't shoot the ball well. Aaron, 24 of 80 from the field there in that first game, right around 20 or below 30%. Not what you want. But you know what? A win is a win, and it was against not a very good team in York. The Pioneers came out flat in that first half. But the one thing that really hurt them here, Jamar Washington, one of the starters, dislocated shoulder there in the first half, out 4 to 6 weeks, which actually isn't going to hurt him that bad because the month of December, very quiet, 1 or 2 games at the beginning, and then they're off until we get back from holiday break there in December. So the Pioneers, they had an impressive comeback in the second half.
That's huge, and you mentioned should get Jamar back in time for AMC play. You had the second game that following Saturday, taking on a University of Toronto team, matched up pretty well with the Pioneers. They would end up, as Point Park was up early on, Toronto storms back, wins 88-84. Excuse me. Point Park 1-1 on the weekend, a solid week for them. But take a look at that second match or that second basketball matchup, and just a tough break for the Pioneers as we know they were up early.
Yeah, they were up 17-0, 3 minutes and 40 seconds into this game. 17-0 is unbelievable start. But talking around between us at the radio station and here at UView and everybody that was at the game, it just never sat right, that 17-0 lead. Toronto just started chipping away. It was 10 at the half. It was down to, I think, 6 or 5 at the 10-minute mark. Game tied up at 71 with 4:44 on the clock. And then it was Toronto from there out. And the reason really was the Pioneers' injuries. I mentioned it before. Devon Alexander went into the weekend with a sore hamstring. He rolled his ankle in the first half of that game on Saturday. He was limited. He played in the second half, but he was limited. He wasn't moving all that well. Obviously, they lose Jamar Washington. They were really running 7 deep in the second half, and the Pioneers' legs just couldn't keep up this early in the season, understandably so.
You don't have that many legs, and with the way Rager's going to run these guys up and down the court, tough break for them. Kevin, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
We'll be sure to check in with you next week, and be sure to listen to Kevin Calhoun with all the broadcasts. They're going to be at the Siena Heights tournament this Friday and Saturday. Be sure to check that out live on WPPJ and the MSA Sports Network. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Kevin's going to join us over at the courthouse segment here in just a second here. We'll be right back.